Don't you know it kills me to sit around so patiently? Don't you see it's not easy the way you keep teasing me? Don't you know it drives me mad? Can hardly stand it. No,
always green on the other side. Always green on the other side. It's always green on the other side. Always green on the other side. Love of the unknown. You're gonna get it and look somewhere else. And you come back alone, you come back, ready to live steady now, but no one wanna talk. Depending on us all, cause your mission didn't work out. You didn't know time would slip this fast. Now it's too late. Now it's too late. Now it's too It's always green on the other side. Always green on the other side. It's always green on the other side. Always green on the other side. Oh,
Already
When you call my name, when you love me gently. Call my name, when you love me gently. When you call my name, when you love me gently. Do why, when you call my name, when you love me gently. Do why, do why, do why, do why, do why, do why, do why. I'm really in love with you. 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 Got you, got you, got you in the floor. I got you, got you, got you. Let me know that I got you, got you, got you in the floor. Yeah, I got you, got you, got you. Let me know. I know you are, you are. Is that why you come back to me? Yeah. I could really say that. Ooh, you're making me feel the same thing. Never you too far. Set my hand just where you are. You just let me know that I got you, I got you, I got you, and you got me too. You got me too. You got me too. You got me. You're the only one and one. When you call my name, when you love me gently. When you call my name, when you love me gently. Do why, 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 do why. I'm really in love with you. 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 I'm really in love with you.
Carrying your shopping in a reusable paper bag may seem ordinary today, but it wasn't always like this. You see, Rwanda's clean roads, neighborhoods, productive farmlands, and water drainage systems used to tell a different story. I am traveling across Rwanda to learn more about the country's efforts to beat plastic pollution. Come along. Rwanda's journey to beat plastic pollution began in 2004 when the country introduced a ministerial instruction that banned plastic bags under 60 microns. It was the start of something big. I sat down with the Director General of the Rwanda Environment Management Authority to learn more.
2004, 2005, you would find a lot of polythene bags in different colors, and they were all over the streets, some even on the trees, in the markets, supermarkets, and they would all end up in the environment.
Plastic waste was scattered across farmlands, reducing harvest and killing cattle. Much of the plastic waste was banned, releasing toxic fumes, polluting the air we breathe and putting people's health at serious risk. And so, Rwanda took action. Across the country, communities joined together during Umuganda and cleaned streets, parks, farmlands and drainage systems. In 2008, plastic bags were banned completely. No production, no importation, and no sale. In the same year, travelers to Rwanda were met by customs officials to collect any plastic bags, a practice that remains in place today.
It is forbidden to bring any plastic bags into Rwanda, and if you have a bag containing tax-free purchases, we advise you to remove these and to leave the plastic bag on the aircraft.
On all flights into the country, passengers are reminded of the country's ban on plastic bags and single-use plastics. Staff welcome visitors by collecting all plastic bags and offering eco-friendly alternatives. Thank you. But it wasn't just communities and the government leading the charge. The private sector has also been playing their part. My quest to learn more about Rwanda government's efforts to beat plastic pollution has brought me to Gahanga Economic Zone. Today I am visiting Agroplast. Now you hear about recycling, reusable material, and you're wondering what are the details, what goes into recycling this material from one form to the other form. Now I want us to learn together. Let's go and see what happens in this beautiful establishment. Who are the people involved? What sort of machines do they use? But above all, is the government saving anywhere?
Agroplast Limited is a plastic recycling company collecting plastic waste from countryside and making agriculture products like tubing for tree nurseries, trash bags for collecting all trash, and sheeting for agriculture purposes. The motive to start this initiative comes from the banning the use of caliber, which was established in 2008. The country started collecting all plastic waste laying everywhere in the country. At that time, the plastic waste were stored in a district. That's where my idea comes, and I started thinking what I can do from those plastic stored in districts. And I started slowly with the advice from Rema. That's where I started producing plastic tubing for nursery purposes.
Now, during my visit of the factory with the managing director, I got to learn quite a lot. But as you see here, these are pieces that are used in tree nurseries. Previously, this would have to be imported from out of the country, and a lot of money was going out because we had no capacity to manufacture these papers right here at home. Today, it's a good thing because members of the community have gotten employed because of the recycling business, and also the country gets to earn.
In Rwanda, we have learned that with strong political will, active community engagement, private sector collaboration, and clear regulation, real and lasting change is possible.
Another industry earning from going green is the tourism and hospitality sector. In cities across the country, cafes and restaurants started to play their part. One example is Inzora Cafe, located in Kigali. Inspired by Rwanda's progressive plastics regulations, the restaurant opened in 2015 with a zero single-use plastic approach, and today clients enjoy stainless steel straws and cloth napkins. And the juice is fresh. In 2019, Rwanda recognized the growing threat posed by throwaway plastics and passed a law to ban all single-use plastics, becoming one of the first countries in the world to do so.
In partnership with Rema and the Private Sector Federation, initiated the collection of plastic waste all over the country, focusing mostly on single-use plastic. We have established collection centers in 24 districts of Rwanda, where we have created more than 1,000 jobs. We have collected more than 1,200 tons of plastic waste, mostly single-use plastic and especially PET.
Whether exploring the bustling city or on safari in Akagera National Park, beating plastic pollution is a countrywide endeavor.
Starting June 1st of June 2024, we have introduced this ban on single-use plastics, where we urge people to use reusable bottles and big water bottles for just refilling. The aim is to minimize the plastic waste in a park and also to avoid environment pollution, especially in our park, as we do it everywhere in Rwanda.
From national parks to the National Bank of Rwanda, organizations are stepping up and shifting away from polluting plastics.
In January 2025, the bank leadership issued an instruction, a communique to the bank staff, eliminating single-use plastic bottles. We maintain a few glass bottles in partnership with Inyanje to serve meetings where use of dispensers is not very convenient. So we are literally contributing to the national strategy to keep the country clean.
If we look at the last 5 years, we were purchasing on average 35,000 plastic bottles per year. So this initiative is greatly helping into preserving our environment and also reducing our waste production. We are encouraging the public and also private institutions to join the movement, but we believe that collective efforts can also contribute to a better and a greener environment. So we really encourage other institutions to take the lead in these initiatives.
Inyanje Industries, the country's largest food and beverage company, started producing glass bottled water, setting an example for others in the industry. Parfait, what was the inspiration behind the introduction of the glass bottled packaging?
It was mainly motivated by our commitment to the environment sustainability and also as our responsibility in Inyanje as a leading company for the beverage. We have to support the national initiative of beating the plastic pollution. So that's why a set of many strategies to fight pollution due to the single-use plastic, and also the water zone initiative, where we sell water and people bring their own container, so to reduce the number of plastic bottles.
Have you seen the impact?
Yes, Inyanje is among a few companies that's pioneering in partnership with Rema and PSF to set a fund to collect the PET bottles, and that has already collected more than 1,000 tons and creating 1,000 jobs.
Today, it is common to see major international events and conferences in Rwanda utilizing reusable glass bottles for attendees. And it's not just conference goers, it's also Rwanda's entrepreneurs. At Noshken House in Kigali, over 600,000 single-use plastic water bottles have been avoided since the hub opened in 2021 and counting.
I'm very proud of communities across Rwanda that have accepted this challenge of reducing plastic pollution, and some have actually seen opportunities in this.
The future looks bright. Through the recycling facility, be able to recycle all single-use plastic that are generated in Rwanda, promote a sustainable future and a circular economy future for Rwanda.
My aim is to create a job, paying taxes and contribute to protect our environment.
We appreciate the effort which are being made by our guests, especially those driver guides who are pushing also the tourists, our guests, to bring reusable water bottles for refilling.
The second group of people that I'm really proud of are the young Rwandans. These cannot stand plastic litter anymore. When they see it littered, be it in the street or neighborhood, they know they have to do something about it.
So, what's next for Rwanda? While the country has made remarkable progress, challenges do remain, from a lack of affordable alternatives to illegal importation. That is why a levy of 0.2% of the value of imported goods has been introduced for all products packaged in plastic. And more innovative policies are on the way.
Our vision is to foster a vibrant green economy where natural resources are managed sustainably and ecosystems are preserved for future generations. Ultimately, our goal is to ensure that every Rwandan benefits from a clean, healthy, and resilient environment today and for generations to come.
20 years on, Rwanda's dream of beating plastic pollution is becoming a reality. And it's all thanks to visionary leadership, progressive laws, the involvement of communities and the private sector, and support from partners. As we work together to protect our health and environment, let us all be inspired by Rwanda to beat plastic pollution.
In a world racing against climate change, nations are seeking bold solutions that drive both environmental impact and sustainable economic growth. Rwanda is emerging as one of Africa's leading voices in climate action, building a future where green development and investment go hand in hand. At the heart of this vision lies a growing opportunity: carbon markets. In a world racing against climate change, nations are seeking bold solutions that drive both environmental impact and sustainable economic growth. Rwanda is emerging as one of Africa's leading voices in climate action, building a future where green development and investment go hand in hand. At the heart of this vision lies a growing opportunity: carbon markets. For Rwanda, carbon markets are more than a financial mechanism. They are a pathway to accelerate climate resilience, attract green investment, create green jobs, and support community livelihoods and sustainable development. This ambition is aligned with Rwanda's Vision 2050, the Green Growth and Climate Resilience Strategy, and the country's updated Nationally Determined Contributions, NDC 3.0.
First of all, carbon market helps the country to mobilize climate finance. Secondly, the carbon market helps the country to support low carbon development and build resilience through different carbon market projects being implemented in the country. Lastly, carbon market helps the country to achieve country targets when it comes for international conventions where each party has its own obligations to report on the targets.
Rwanda has committed to building a low-carbon and climate-resilient economy by 2050. Through its national climate commitments, the country continues to strengthen mitigation and adaptation efforts while mobilizing international cooperation and climate finance to support sustainable development. To support credible participation in international carbon markets, Rwanda has established a robust national carbon market framework aligned with Article 6 of the Paris Agreement.
We are now so far have registered and approved 29 carbon market projects in the country, which are mainly dominated by energy efficiency projects.
The framework is designed to ensure environmental integrity, transparency, accountability, and sustainable development benefits. Rwanda continues to raise awareness on the carbon market, strengthen institutional readiness, technical capacity, governance systems, monitoring, reporting, and authorization processes required to support high-quality carbon market activities. Rwanda offers strong potential for carbon market investment and international cooperation. Across multiple sectors, the country is creating opportunities for climate-smart projects that generate measurable environmental and social impact.
The first and foremost is on renewable energy, hydropower and solar energy. Second is on transport. When we are talking about embracing e-mobility, it's also another potential sector. Rwanda is heavily depending on biomass for cooking, so shifting from biomass for cooking and embracing LPG gas and other clean energy for cooking is another potential sector. We have as well the climate smart agriculture as another area of potential. Indeed, waste management is also another potential area for carbon market projects.
Rwanda has already made significant progress in laying the foundation for carbon market development. The country continues to strengthen institutional readiness, engage international partners, and develop enabling policies and systems that support credible carbon market participation. Rwanda is also actively contributing to global discussions on climate finance and carbon markets. The Rwanda-Singapore Cooperation Agreement under Article 6 represents an important milestone in Rwanda's carbon market journey. The partnership is expected to strengthen technical collaboration, unlock investment opportunities, and support the development of high-integrity carbon projects, reflecting growing international confidence in Rwanda's climate leadership and long-term vision. As the world accelerates toward a low-carbon future, Rwanda is ready to partner, innovate, and lead. Through carbon markets, Rwanda is turning climate ambition into opportunities for communities, investors, and future generations. By working together, we can build a greener, more resilient future.
Rwanda has a bold vision to be climate resilient and carbon neutral by 2050. To achieve this ambitious goal, the government of Rwanda has taken a groundbreaking step to establish a carbon market framework.
Rwanda has committed to reduce emissions by 38% by 2030. It is estimated that $11 billion will be required for both mitigation and adaptation measures to deliver on this target. This requires innovative climate finance solutions such as carbon trading.
Carbon trading works by setting a limit on the total amount of greenhouse gas emissions a country can produce. Industries are then allocated emission allowances, and those with excess allowances can sell these to those exceeding their own limits. This creates a financial incentive for businesses to reduce their carbon footprint. The global carbon market is expected to grow to trillions of dollars by 2050, representing a unique opportunity for the private sector to be part of Rwanda's exciting green growth and sustainable finance agenda. Rwanda will offer high-quality carbon credits that will not only provide climate benefits, but also protect and restore biodiversity and empower communities.
The framework will ensure that every credit sold in Rwanda will be done in a way that is transparent, verified, and meets the requirements of the international carbon market.
Rwanda's carbon market framework demonstrates the nation's commitment to environmental stewardship. Through innovative solutions and global collaboration, Rwanda is setting a course towards a sustainable and climate-resilient future.
Carrying your shopping in a reusable paper bag may seem ordinary today, but it wasn't always like this. You see, Rwanda's clean roads, neighborhoods, productive farmlands, and water drainage systems used to tell a different story. I am traveling across Rwanda to learn more about the country's efforts to beat plastic pollution. Come along. Rwanda's journey to beat plastic pollution began in 2004 when the country introduced a ministerial instruction that banned plastic bags under 60 microns. It was the start of something big. I sat down with the Director General of the Rwanda Environment Management Authority.
2, 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2. Hello. Good afternoon. Mwiriwe. So we kindly ask the people in the exhibition tent to join us here and take their seats. We also request the protocol team to bring other people at the exhibition tent and join us here. So we're about to start in a few minutes. For those who are outside and in the exhibition tent, so please join us here and be ready to start. Thank you very much.
In a world racing against climate change, nations are seeking bold solutions that drive both environmental impact and sustainable economic growth. Rwanda is emerging as one of Africa's leading voices in climate action, building a future where green development and investment go hand in hand. At the heart of this vision lies a growing opportunity: carbon markets. For Rwanda, carbon markets are more than a financial mechanism. They are a pathway to accelerate climate resilience, attract green investment, create green jobs, and support community livelihoods and sustainable development. This ambition is aligned with Rwanda's Vision 2050, the Green Growth and Climate Resilience Strategy, and the country's updated Nationally Determined Contributions, NDC 3.0.
First of all, carbon market helps the country to mobilize climate finance. Secondly, the carbon market helps the country to support low carbon development and build resilience through different carbon market projects being implemented in the country. Lastly, carbon market helps the country to achieve country targets when it comes for international conventions where each party has its own obligations to report on the targets.
Rwanda has committed to building a low-carbon and climate-resilient economy by 2050. Through its national climate commitments, the country continues to strengthen mitigation and adaptation efforts while mobilizing international cooperation and climate finance to support sustainable development. To support credible participation in international carbon markets, Rwanda has established a robust national carbon market framework aligned with Article 6 of the Paris Agreement.
We are now so far have registered and approved 29 carbon market projects in the country, which are mainly dominated by energy efficiency projects.
The framework is designed to ensure environmental integrity, transparency, accountability, and sustainable development benefits. Rwanda continues to raise awareness on the carbon market, strengthen institutional readiness, technical capacity, governance systems, monitoring, reporting, and authorization processes required to support high-quality carbon market activities. Rwanda offers strong potential for carbon market investment and international cooperation. Across multiple sectors, the country is creating opportunities for climate-smart projects that generate measurable environmental and social impact.
The first and foremost is on renewable energy, hydropower and solar energy. Second is on transport. When we are talking about embracing e-mobility, it's also another potential sector. Rwanda is heavily depending on biomass for cooking, so shifting from biomass for cooking and embracing LPG gas and other clean energy for cooking is another potential sector. We have as well the climate smart agriculture as another area of potential. Indeed, waste management is also another potential area for carbon market projects.
Rwanda has already made significant progress in laying the foundation for carbon market development. The country continues to strengthen institutional readiness, engage international partners, and develop enabling policies and systems that support credible carbon market participation. Rwanda is also actively contributing to global discussion
Mwiriwe, muraho, good afternoon. Happy World Environment Day. Thank you very much. Even if that round of applause is not enough for the celebration, but I thank you. Happy World Environment Day. Thank you, thank you. Honourable Minister of Environment, distinguished guests, development partners, representatives of government institutions, members of diplomatic corps, environmental champions, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Murakaza neza. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to this special celebration of World Environment Day 2026 here at the beautiful Gikondo wetland, one of Rwanda's 5 wetlands currently under rehabilitation. Today we gather not only to celebrate the environment, but also to reflect on the Rwanda's remarkable journey. For the past 2 decades of environmental stewardship, Rwanda has made remarkable strides in environment protection, climate resilience, ecosystem restoration, and sustainable development. So my name is Basil Wimana from the Ministry of Environment, and it's my pleasure to be the MC for today's event. We thank you for joining us today. So to officially begin our celebration, we'll start to enjoy our cultural performance from the very talented Inyamibwa Culture Troupe. So I invite them to help us to celebrate. Inyamibwa tubaha ikaze, nimutwakirire abashyitsi dufite hano uyu munsi.
ikansingiza urwambyaye mahama Rwanda nziza Rwanda rw'imisozi u Rwanda rwacu rw'iyaga n'ibirunga ibiza ni mwumbi byiza by'u Rwanda mama mbihi myiza y'iwacu shenge amata bateza adatemba we ibibaya bikiniganye kuburo inyana zitaje ni mume by'u Rwanda byiza by'iwacu utemeka ku muheto kwisa ziri wacu iwuhaba wingaho dori nyange warahaye dori nyange warahaye timoye amatima gira mama ndarara dori nyange warahaye inka mbonye wamaye inka we bakobwa muze mugwera gwe wamaye inka we wamaye inka we zirakubitiriza wamaye inka we zikubitiriza inzara muke wamaye inka we zikavumbura inkwaho wamaye inka we
amashyi menshi cyane ku itorero Nyamirwa. Barakoze cyane rwose. And I must say, probably, this is the first cultural performance ever held in a wetland. Probably, I'm not sure 100%, but usually this is the home of biodiversity. But today, wetlands also hosted dancers and drummers. Maybe if you took a look around, even the birds around this wetland were dancing. This is so beautiful. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we celebrate today's World Environment Day, we also take this opportunity to reflect on the journey of the Rwanda Environment Management Authority over the last 20 years. During her welcome remarks, DG Juliet will take us through also that journey. Please join me in welcoming the Director General of Rwanda Environment Management Authority, Juliet Kabela, for her welcome remarks.
Good afternoon. Mwiriwe. Very good to see you. You all look good. You look amazing. Happy World Environment Day. Thank you, Basil, for making that beautiful intro. Indeed, we are here to celebrate. It's a joint celebration today. It's World Environment Day 2026. And it is a happy birthday to Rema. It's 20 years. Yeah, the theme for this World Environment Day is a call for global action to climate change. This theme is very, very relevant to us in Rwanda, as we all know. Because the impacts of climate change are vivid in our day-to-day life. They affect the regular Rwandan. We don't need any more scientific explanation for this because we live it. So maybe this is also time to thank the UNEP who thought about such a theme to send us to come think about how we even build our resilience to climate change. Before I go any further, again, allow me to welcome you to this celebration, welcome you to Gikondo Wetland, the perfect place to celebrate World Environment Day. This, I'm sure many of us still remember how this wetland looked like. It was a degraded wetland. It's being rehabilitated, and we are here to celebrate on it. I don't think I'm going to have any better slide for me to show you other than, bigger than you being seated in this wetland. It already speaks much about what has been happening in the past years. I want to appreciate our partners who made this celebration possible. We've been having a week-long celebration of World Environment Week, of National Environment Week. Today is the International Environment Day, but in Rwanda we chose to celebrate this day throughout the week because it gives us time to reach to the different communities, different partners, raise awareness on the importance of managing the environment. So that said, allow me to appreciate our partners who funded all these activities. Plan International, thank you so much. FAO, thank you so much. Rwanda Volleyball Federation, thank you for giving us so much joy we had in Gisagara after tedious Muganda. Now we know where to pass the message when we want to raise the awareness on the importance of managing the environment. People were attentive up until 11 o'clock. So we want to do more of that, but thanks to our partners who made that possible. Welcome and thank you to my fellow government of Rwanda colleagues who are here. I see almost a very good representation from the different institutions, stakeholders. We really appreciate your participation. The development partners here with us today, thank you so much for joining us on this celebration. Friends from the civil society, academia, the private sector, this too is your day because we could not have done all this without partnership from you. Yeah, climate change in Rwanda, I was alluding to this. It started to be eminent in the mid-2000s, like 2005, 6, 7, and 8. That's when we started to see the impacts of climate change show more and more repetitive. And it's very clear to us that as a country with this kind of terrain, we are vulnerable to the impacts of climate change, but we refuse to be defined by that. We always want to look for how best can we tackle these impacts, how do we build the resilience, and yes, how do we even contribute to mitigation, even when it's not so much of a big deal that we contribute to the global warming. So the statistics are clear now. The data is available, but I want to draw your attention to a few of these on the slide. In just one incident, one day, one event, on 1st May, the impacts, because of a flood, because of the landslide, we lost 131 lives. I think we all remember that horrible experience. And even when I don't want to, speak about money next to loss of life, but yes, we also had to use more than 400 million USD to try and resettle the people who had to be rehoused. A lot was going on, infrastructure was lost. So we lost 415 million USD. And that's not nothing to an economy like ours. It's a huge setback because ideally those are resources that were supposed to be going for other development activities. And I wish I had better news for us, but the World Bank study is showing us that this might be even worse by the year 2050, basically losing 5 to 7% of our GDP if we continue business as usual. I was trying to estimate what 5 to 7% means, loss of the GDP means, and it looks like we would lose the entire sector. Maybe agriculture sector? Let me not say agriculture, maybe environment sector, but no. Yeah, but we would lose a full sector, and this is really a wake-up call for us. The action should be now. So preparing to counter that before it even reaches us, that is why we developed the National Determined Contributions 3.0. Basically, that is an update of NDC 2.0. And this is nothing but an action plan or a strategy for us to come up with interventions that must be implemented in all sectors for us to build the resilience so we prevent such losses from happening. This is here, the NDC, you all contributed to it in its development. It is costed to a figure of 15 billion USD. A big portion, 60%, goes to adaptation or resilience building. 12 billion, our colleagues from the Rwanda Green Funds are here. 12 billion might sound a lot, but together we can really pull this off. And again, it's pulling off the 12 billion so we can mitigate bigger losses in future and save lives as well. Yeah, I think I did mention that we have a joint celebration. So now allow me to take us through the 20-year journey of Rema's existence. Rema was first proposed by the environment policy, way back in 2003. Many people here were not yet born. Yeah, but the government was forward-looking, and it's like, look, it is 2003. We've just come out of the aftermath of the genocide against the Tutsi in 1994. There are so many priorities. In fact, everything is a priority. Everything is a priority. We need to build reconciliation. The security is a priority, hospitals, schools, everything. And right there, the government saw it fit, the leadership knew that if you're going to rebuild, you have to rebuild from functional ecosystems. You're not going to build a healthy country if you don't have healthy ecosystems. So a decision was made there but when we were passing the first ever policy that we are going to have a Rema, a national Rwanda Environment Management Authority. And I believe the Rwanda Green Fund was born in the same policy. That was as visionary could be. But actual birth of Rema is in 2006. That's why we are celebrating today. That's when the law was enacted that put in place Rema. And a clear mandate was given to this institution to coordinate, environment management activities countrywide, do enforcement, raise awareness. I think it was a wide mandate, but the people around that time had to start somewhere. They really had to find where to start. And you're given a new institution, you have to have tools. You need to have tools with you so you can deliver. And a few tools that come to mind that my colleagues thought about that came up then, number one, because we are in Gikondo, were demarcation of the wetlands. Because one of the mandate was to protect wetlands, make sure that wetlands are protected, clearly defined like that in Rema's mandate, but no one knew what wetlands were. We didn't know where they were actually. I think in Kinyarwanda there are so many names that really approximate close to what a wetland is. For Kinyarwanda speakers, we had Ibishanga, we had Ibibaya, we had Imibande. Dr. Rose knows more words than I do, but you really had to come up with a clear strategy. You have to map them. You need to report on a task because you have understood it. So we are sitting with people who exactly were involved in that exercise of mapping these wetlands for the first time. The other tool that was thought about that time to start with as a foundation tool was the environmental impact assessment. This was important, really important, because it speaks to all project developers. And this was a very good channel for us to try and raise awareness even before a project is implemented. It's a lengthy process, but it's a planning tool. And you should have been in boardrooms where people are discussing why this is going to discourage development and all that. But here we are, 20 years down the road, and the development is only starting, I want to imagine. The other tool is laws and regulations. We needed to have legal instruments. You cannot be an enforcement agency that does not have laws and regulations. Yes, we had the environment organic law, but there were so many regulations that needed to be developed. And yes, you are supposed to have been put in place with all these available, but now that they're not available, you have to step in and support each other to have the regulations that will be your reference in enforcement. One of those that came up, one of those One of those laws that came up then is the law against polythene bags of 2008. But I believe before 2008, there were other guidelines that were being used to discourage the use of polythene bag because of its impacts to the environment. So that was there, that early. And again, this was a clear message that we are not here for the small tasks. We are here for even the tough ones, because banning polythene bags back then really seemed not feasible. But again, it's where you're determined something will come out. I'm glad that the efforts injected in that time in developing these regulations have yielded results. So it's going to be a journey. 20 years is long. I'll use 20 minutes, and I hope I'll stick to the 20 minutes. In 2011, in 2011, or before that, slightly before that, the impacts of climate change were beginning to be evident. They were really evident, and we also needed to abbrace ourselves and know what are we going to do about the changing climate, the flooding everywhere. And this is when the Green Growth and Climate Resilience Strategy was developed. This was the first long-term strategy developed ever, up to 2050. Yes, I want to say that it was going to help us know what to do in terms of mitigation and adaptation, but it was also a clear message that we are here for development and we are here for environment management. And they are not going to be in competition. These two concepts are not going to be competing each other, but they are going to be, supporting each other. So that was passed then. And then the Rwanda State of the Environment and Outlook, we needed the data. We needed to know where we are starting from, so then we can track and know what is happening, whether we are making progress or we need to do a little more on specific areas. In 2015, by 2015, the results, let me call them results, the results of ecosystem restoration were becoming imminent. We could see them. This is Gishwati Mukura National Park. That time it was a degraded forest, really degraded. The picture in the top is a huge burrow pit or gully. I don't know what the clear terminology to use is, but these were illegal mining activities happening in the middle of a natural forest. So restoration was necessary, and because of that restoration, this became the 4th national park in Rwanda. Thanks to the partners that we were working with all here, this was through a project funded by the World Bank. I was not supposed to say that. I was not supposed to say that, but sometimes you're taken, you're pulled into, the real feel of what was happening. It was not easy to have this forest rehabilitated, or rather to even think about starting to rehabilitate this, push away the miners. Mining is a very attractive business, I understand, because people talk about dollars and you're talking about trees and monkeys in the trees. Sometimes it's hard to be on the same table negotiating the importance of this, but thanks to the partnership, this was done, and we have the national park. If you haven't visited Gishwati Mukura, please go visit. It was quickly recognized by the UNESCO, and it's now a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve. Please visit. Let's take that as a challenge. Yeah, so, okay, so that is happening here at home, doing restoration work, but also Rwanda's participation and involvement in On the global scale, conversations, discussions, negotiations were going on. We are talking about climate action today. I believe we were in climate action in 2015. That was climate action right there. Participated in the, negotiating the Paris Agreement, quickly ratified it, and we are quickly implementing this. And next slide. Yeah, this is the Montreal Protocol, the Kigali Amendment to the Montreal Protocol by 2016. This was literally bringing climate diplomacy home because we hosted this meeting of parties. I'm the only one who knew how to pose for a picture. The rest look like it's a punishment. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just trying to take us through what has been happening all these years. Next, 2018, again, air pollution starting to become a thing, to become a big challenge. And we knew we had to do something about it. The common saying is if you can't, what is that common thing? If you can't count it, you can't, you needed to know where we are. And for us to know where we are, we needed to have sensors, so we put in place an air quality monitoring system so we could understand in real time what the status of the air is. And that alone is not enough. You also need to do, you need to monitor, you need to tackle the pollution from where it starts from. And thanks to the partners, the stakeholders that we've been working this journey with, Rwanda National Police was very, very helpful, instrumental in testing the emissions from vehicles. Because again, as Rema, we wouldn't have done this by ourselves, doing more inspections. And this is a work in progress. We continue to improve, we continue to enhance. As more technology comes, we embrace it, we see how to do better. This is enhanced testing of emissions for vehicles. And yeah, so this is another area that has been keeping us busy, and it's still work in progress, really. Yes, so this is e-mobility, which between 2019 up to now, it is peaking. The numbers are increasing gradually. And I think in the last 2 years, the increase was even faster. Rema is proud to have contributed to this process through providing the data, the first ever study that was conducted to understand, is this even feasible for Rwanda? What does it take? How would it impact air quality? Is it affordable? Would it be affordable? What are the policy actions that need to be done? And because of this study and this data that was shared, we got the incentives, the policy incentives. I think it's the VAT or import tax incentive. I'm yet to buy one. I don't know the exact incentive, but I know if you're buying an e-vehicle, you're buying it a little cheaper, right? Yeah, a little cheaper than the fuel-powered vehicles. Ecosystem restoration, I think this was going on. Want us to go through the Nyandungu. I think this has been around for some time. This is what it looked like in 2016 when we were starting. Degraded. Illegal activities like unsustainable mining, waste dumping, and so on and so forth. So we really embarked on rehabilitating this wetland, the first ever wetland to be rehabilitated into a wetland park. In 2022, it was launched. It's now 160 hectares protected, and it is also giving us a better understanding on what green economy is exactly. You can invest in this, in the restoration, but it pays off later. So this is, I'm sure we've visited several times. This was at the launch. Next. Okay, yes, maybe I need to pause a bit. We could have done I could be lying myself, or we could be lying ourselves if we start to tell anyone that we would have done anything that I described in the past slide without a strong political will, vision, leadership, but importantly, support. His Excellency the President doesn't only challenge us to think big, and this is how we think big. We want to think bigger. To think big, he also supports. He really comes in to support and supports these ideas, and I'm glad you already gave him a round of applause. You can do it. Yeah, next. Okay, keep track of Gikondo where we are. Haruwahabonye. Okay. On the ground, this is what it looked like here in Gikondo wetland. We had industries, a number of them, like construction, name it. All industries were here. No wonder it was very uncomfortable for the environmental leaders that time to continue accepting this to happen in a wetland, because it was a source of pollution. That pollution was quantified. That pollution was shared with decision makers, policy makers, and the decision was made to relocate the wetlands to where they belong. And this is what it looks like now. That is the very spot that you are seeing in the other picture. Transformation in just 6 years, just because you made the right decision. Next. Yeah, this is Gikondo. Please go back a little bit. Yeah, maybe I'll come to that later. This is Gikondo, and you see how it looks like now already. An indication that nature heals very fast when you give it a chance to. And this is Chibumba. Chibumba is the wetland near former Utexirwa. But this is below Gachinjiro. Next to Gachinjiro, we have these water ponds. I'm sure people are seeing how beautiful this looks like, the water features, the grass. My colleagues here are seeing something different. Yes. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, I was saying my colleagues, engineers at Rema, might be seeing something much, much different. Number one, that they are seeing the efforts that they are putting to monitor on a daily, including on a Sunday. But number two, we are seeing dikes. A dike, some people saw dikes for the first time in this wetland. I will not mention who they are. But dikes are 5 meters high, 5 meter high structures that help in flood attenuation. You're literally pushing the water back so it can be held in the wetland for as much time as possible. This is what wetlands are meant to do. They're supposed to soak, to absorb a lot of wetlands so they can release them gradually. We are seeing ponds. Those ponds are, they look naturally, they don't look like they've been made, engineered. I don't know what the right word is, but they have been. They're around 5 meters deep and made in a way that water continues to communicate to the next pond. So we have better life in those ponds. Again, this is another part of Chibumba. You see the beautiful walkways. I love to walk in those walkways, not for inspection alone, but for recreation already. And I can't wait to take you around very soon. Let me know. Let me know when you are ready. Yeah, so when I told you to keep track of where we were, you're here. This is where we are. This is, you are here at Gikondo. This is the parking. But some other people are here with us. Some other 2 people are here with us. And without them, we wouldn't be seated here or celebrating World Environment Day in this place. May I humbly, respectfully request Dr. Rose Mukango-Meje and Engineer Colette Ruhamia to stand up humbly for recognition. Talk about giants, you are. You were there when it was tough, really tough. Well, it's still tough. Don't think it's easier. But it was tougher then. Thank you so much for all that you've done. And yeah, that was the past. And the journey continues. We are still on the job. We are still steering on. And our priorities, biodiversity conservation is still, top priority. Ecosystem restoration. Would like to see more of such spaces in other parts of Rwanda, satellite cities, secondary cities. We really want to see more of this because it is what Rwandans deserve. Pollution control and enforcement. We are really serious on this. We need to prevent, control, but also do the enforcement because it's actually better when you're coming in to fix what has been polluted. You spend a lot more, and some of those damages are even irreparable. And then climate change resilience is also still a very big priority for us. And I'm welcoming all of us to join because, again, environment management or Rema can only exist if it has partners and stakeholders. And the strategic documents are here, the strategy is clear, the targets are clear. These are strategies that we have all co-developed, they are costed. We are now in the process of developing monitoring tools, monitoring evaluation tools or MRV tools. So these are the strategies that we are using to go into the future and the priorities I just shared. That is maybe tough, but fun and doable. The 20 years have proved that you can do it. And you can do even more with the technologies, with the experience, with the support. Look at the full, the full participation of stakeholders. There will be no excuse for us not to, do even ×2 or ×3 what has already been done in a very much shorter time. Yeah, next. Yeah, I was saying we do what we do for the generations to come. We do what we do for our future. We do that is clean, that is safe for the young ones to grow and contribute to the never-ending journey of developing Rwanda. Thank you so much for your participation, for your attention.
So another round of applause for DJ Juliet. So I think we'll have time to bring back the book, to scan it, for everyone to have it in their phones. But also don't ignore to scan the QR code on the table for registration. It's also requested to the participants. to register to scan for registration. It is very, very easy. It takes a few seconds to do it. It is not like an exam, a test. It's very easy. You just scan it and then register. The technical team will also bring back the book, yes, also to scan it. So as you saw it, we have achieved a lot during this journey. We also lost a lot, but what we know, the future remains promising. So now, innovation and commitment are essential ingredients in building a sustainable future. So we will now proceed to an interesting part. This is the recognition of outstanding projects from the high learning institutions that have distinguished through their efforts and achievements. So now to introduce this session, I would like to invite the country representative of Plan International, Rwanda, for the introduction and appreciation. A round of applause for her as we welcome.
Honorable Minister of Environment, Director General of Rema, distinguished government officials, development partners, members of civil society, ladies and gentlemen, muraho. It is a great honor to join you today as we celebrate World Environment Day 2026 and the 20th anniversary of the Rwanda Environment Management Authority. Happy birthday, Rema, and happy World Environment Day to all. This important occasion provides an opportunity to reflect on Rwanda's remarkable environmental journey, celebrate achievements, recognize the contributions of partners, renew our shared responsibility to protect and restore the environment for present and future generations, and our collective commitment to a greener, more resilient future. This celebration reflects the government's leadership, innovation, and commitment to environmental sustainability in Rwanda. This year's World Environment Day theme, A Global Call for Climate Action, reminds us that climate change is one of the defining challenges of our time. It is a reality affecting ecosystems, livelihoods, and communities across our society, especially children, as climate change is a child rights crisis. Climate change and environmental degradation disproportionately affect the most vulnerable, especially girls, limiting access to education, health, safety, and economic opportunities. Plan International Rwanda commends the government of Rwanda for its visionary leadership in environmental protection and climate resilience. Through progressive policies, community-driven approaches, and sustained investment in environmental governance, which have advanced sustainable development. And I think we all saw this during the presentation of the DG. I'm always presenting to my family, to my friends, Rwanda as a green and clean country where we are very good to live in that beautiful country, and it's also because of the support of the leadership of the country. At Plan International Rwanda, we are proud to contribute to this national agenda. Through our partnerships, including with Rema, we are committed to promoting environmental sustainability, strengthening climate-smart and resilient communities, advancing inclusive environmental awareness to ensure we leave no one behind in the green transition, and enhancing the meaningful participation of girls, young people, and local communities in environmental protection and climate action initiatives for them to be agents of environmental change. At Plan International, we believe that climate action demands urgency. We walk the talk and remain committed to impactful partnerships. Allow us to briefly highlight the climate action initiatives we are implementing with our partners across communities. Through our Future is Green project, we have empowered young people with climate-smart agriculture skills that improve productivity while protecting natural resources. We support vulnerable families and youth through technology-facilitated greenhouse farming models that help communities adapt to climate change, strengthen food security, and improve livelihoods. We also supported vulnerable households with clean cook stoves to promote better green energy. And looking ahead, we are also investing in green opportunities for young people through initiatives that promote sustainable employment, including support for e-mobility solutions such as electric motorbikes, which contribute to cleaner air and reduced carbon emissions through our Youth Employment and Entrepreneurship Program. Today, our message is clear. Climate action is everyone's responsibility. Addressing these challenges requires collective action, and I hope we are all there for this collective action, innovation, strong partnerships, and I think as well this demonstrates with all of you here today these strong partnerships and meaningful action at every level. As we celebrate this important occasion, let us scale up climate action, protect biodiversity, increase climate finance, and empower communities to build resilience against climate change. Let us continue working together, government, development partners, civil societies, families, children, and youth, as we build a sustainable, inclusive, and climate resilient Rwanda for present and future generations. Together, let us continue to invest in solutions that protect our planet while unlocking the leadership and potential of the next generation. Thank you, Murakoze Chane.
So thank you very much. So we have now come to the time of recognition, the time for awards. So we now recognize the outstanding projects that have demonstrated exceptional innovation, commitment, and impact in environmental protection and sustainable development among our higher learning institutions. So the competition was under the theme that was greening our campuses for a sustainable future. So now, before we announce the second runner-up, so I would like to invite the officer in charge at FAO to come forward. He will help us to award the second runner-up. So this second runner-up worked on a project, so aims to transform the exterior walls of key buildings at the university. I don't want to mention the university before I mention the winner. at their university into productive vertical gardens using edible and flowering plants, helping to reduce urban heat, improve biodiversity, enhance air quality, and increase campus greening. So the winner is Young Water Professionals Environmental Club from the University of Rwanda. So they have a very big check of 6 million Rwandan francs. So thank you very much. Ayo mafaranga muzayabyaza ibindi bikorwa byinshi cyane byiza murengera ibidukikije. So we are now going to award the first runner-up, and I would like to invite the UR Vice Chancellor, who is here with us, the UR Vice Chancellor. So this project seeks to establish a sustainable fruit tree nursery at the university as well, to support campus greening, environmental conservation, improve nutrition and community well-being through production and distribution of fruit seedlings. So the winner is the Green Environmental Club at the Protestant University of Rwanda. Abahagarariye tubase batambuke baze bakire iki gihembo. It's a check of 8 million Rwandan francs. And of course, you pose for a picture. Muyohereza kuri kaminuza mu kanya. Mwabwire muti twabaserukiye. Thank you very much. And before we announce the winner, I would like to invite once again the country director of Plan International Rwanda. So this project aims to transform the university into a greener and healthier campus by replacing chemical pesticides with a nature-based mosquito management system, using a mosquito-repelling plants while establishing the Terra Voice Eco Garden. So the winner is Terra Care Environmental Club from our neighbors UNILAC University. They have been awarded a check of 10 million Rwandan francs. For those who do not know where UNILAC is, those are our neighbors here in a few meters, not even a kilometer. Thank you very much. So let us give all our awardees another well-deserved round of applause, please. So we are going to have another performance from our Inyamibwa, if they are around. So after, of course, celebrating these initiatives from our young students, it is now a time to enjoy another a round of richness in our culture, we invite once again Inyamibwa Cultural Troupe to perform for us. Inyamibwa, umwanya n'uwanyu mwongere mudukumbuze n'umuco wacu.
Urahurwa tubyaye urahurwa Gasabo Rwanda uraho urw'amata bateza adatemba Rwanda uraho n'urw'amata meza avuna imitozo Rwanda uraho ingana mu karini kaminuza Rwanda uraho nawe ugana cyambwe hari kapitari Rwanda uraho ubugoyi bw'imurera bureba ibirungo Rwanda uraho n'ibiyaga by'inkiza bibereye amaso Rwanda uraho duci Buganza no kuri Muhazi twigabigabiro tugana Kagera igiti kimwe nyabusa nikigera ishyamba n'umwana umwe kankandi ntiyunga umuryango umwana ujya iwabo ntabara iminsi iyo abaza iminsi ntabagitashye Rwanda uraho Rwanda rwacu uraho Rwanda nziza urahurwa tubyaye urahurwa Gasabo duci Buganza no kuri Muhazi twigabigabiro tugana Kagera Murambe urungano rurahuye rw'abana b'u Rwanda Murambe iyo mvuga u Rwanda sinamirwa mufashe mwese toroha amashyi ayo maboko yagoye azahuye u Rwanda urungano rurahuye rw'abana b'u Rwanda yemwe babyeyi muri hano namwe bavandimwe turi inkera ya none yahariwe u Rwanda ngaho ni Murambe urungano rurahuye rw'abana b'u Rwanda Murambe n'uwanyu 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 korase wirenza agacucu bakwete manzuri ngeri arembo n'uwanyu 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 korase wirenza agacucu bakwete manzuri ngeri arembo n'uwanyu 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 korase wereza gacucu bakwete mansore engere barema yedo wanyu korase wereza gacucu bakwete mansore engere barema yedo wanyu do wanyu do wanyu korase wereza gacucu bakwete mansore engere yedo wanyu korase wereza gacucu bakwete mansore engere yedo wanyu korase wereza gacucu bakwete mansore engere yedo wanyu humura Rwanda nziza humura humura ngahunda humura Rwanda nziza humura humura ngahunda ndaje gihugu cy'unda dore nkwambare mpumbya yewe kamiye Rwanda yewe kamiye Rwanda nziza humura humura ngahunda humura Rwanda nziza nzakuhagira umwanda mwirukane umwanzi nguhe umwambaro go kwirwanda nguhe umwambaro go humura Rwanda nziza humura humura ngahunda humura Rwanda nziza humura humura ngahunda nzagutsindagiza mu demokarasi izatugeza ku majyambere y'abana bawe Rwanda y'abana bawe shenge humura Rwanda nziza humura humura ngahunda 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 Rwanda rwanda nukuri kw'Imana we ruragenda uzareba uruhande rw'abanyarwanda nukuri kw'Imana we ruragendwa uzazureba uruhande rw'abanyarwanda nukuri kw'Imana we ruragendwa uzazureba uruhande rw'abanyarwanda nukuri kw'Imana we ruragendwa uzazureba uruhande rw'abanyarwanda nukuri ruragendwa rwanda rw'abanyarwanda nukuri ruragendwa yengo uzazurema ngo we ruragendwa yego we ruragendwa 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 imironongoma mpamagara nkaba nikitaba nk'abagabo yego nda mbura imana byutse ubukombe maze nikariza kariza abantu maze ntinyamuri bara urwogo maze mbona igihara kwa gihana we yabuze akariwe mwayo yeho yego ndoho mbura imana byutse ubukombe maze ubona nyina w'inyange z'u Rwanda we maze Rwanda rugari rukaba urwa Gasabo we itambukire neza nyamibwa z'u Rwanda we
barakoze cyane inyamibwa mwongere mubakomera amashyi menshi cyane rwose abakoze gukomeza kudusurutsa. So another special word of recognition and appreciation, of course, goes to Green Ride. A round of applause for Green Ride. They have been helping us to transport from the parking to here. Even after the ceremony, they will do it again. And it's their culture once we have a gathering like this. Thank you very much, Green Ride. One more thing. So I know you have seen that the decoration here is absolutely beautiful, isn't it? So, but I think some of you have started thinking that those bags on the chairs are part of the decoration. No. Those are gifts for you. Please don't leave them behind when you leave this place. Those are your gifts. Take them with you at home. Don't leave them here. They were, of course, decorated around the room. Take them. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It is now my distinct honor to invite our guest of honor, our Honourable Minister of Environment, to deliver her remarks.
fellow leaders of government institutions, valued partners, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Mwiriwe neza. Happy World Environment Day and happy 20th anniversary to Rema. And I want to add, if this is your first time being here since we began the work of rehabilitating the 5 wetlands in the city of Kigali, please take a moment to appreciate the journey so far. We aren't done yet, hence my ask to appreciate the journey so far at the moment. I hope and I know we are going to gather at another time to properly celebrate the achievements of this project. And by the way, there are so many milestones and achievements worth celebrating as we gather for the World Environment Day. Just a week ago, and Rema mentioned that we just spent a week celebrating the environment. So just a week ago, we were in Gicumbi celebrating the achievement of 6 years of Green Gicumbi project, a project that, in collaboration with local communities in Gicumbi, has rehabilitated landscapes, built sustainable green settlements, and created green jobs, while benefiting so many communities in Green Gicumbi. And the following day, we were also in Gisagara to celebrate 6 years of Green Amayaga project that accomplished similar results as Green Gicumbi, but that is also starting a second phase to take the project even a step further. That project will be looking into value chains and will expand landscape restoration activities to more land. And just yesterday, some of you may have seen it on the news, we were in Huye, where we launched the first automatic upper air station in Rwanda. This is a station that is going to provide us not only with data, but allow us to translate this information into services that support informed decision so that we can enhance our confidence when we invest as a country, so that our investment isn't lost due to climate change. I like to say there's no better tool in our climate action than having accurate and reliable data. Yes, don't get me wrong, finance is also extremely necessary, but we spend it wisely if we have the intelligence provided by robust data. So that data that is going to be provided by the station in Huye will not only benefit Rwanda, it will also benefit many African countries in the region and even contribute to global meteorological models. So these examples I just shared, in addition to those shared by Rema, and so many examples that we can list here, show us what's possible. We have piloted so many innovations that now have, that give us a comprehensive toolbox as a country to pick from when we design new projects. And this experience has informed our key priorities that are programmatic in nature for our environment sector in Rwanda. I will just list them because going through each of them require a full event. So the first priority is sustainable landscape management. The second one is climate smart agriculture, because once land is sustainably managed, once the land is restored, we have to properly and sustainably manage it. And the third priority is around sustainable cities. We are growing, and as Rwanda urbanizes, economic growth must be accompanied by cleaner air, sustainable transport, responsible waste management, and environmentally sound industrial development. So the same way we know what we are prioritizing, the same way we also know what to avoid. And this is where the work of Rema, whose 20th birthday we celebrate today, comes in very handy. Environmental compliance is necessary, and Rema has been leading us well on this front. DG Juliet really elaborated on the journey Rema has made so far in her presentation. Environmental regulations play a critical role. Regulations are sometimes perceived as obstacles to investment and development, but in reality, they help create the conditions for sustainable growth. So by setting clear standards and encouraging responsible practices, they drive innovation and help ensure that today's development does not create tomorrow's cost. So I wanted to paint this brief picture to describe what keeps us busy in the environment sector. But the description will not be complete without mentioning individuals actually busy doing the work. So please stand when you hear the name of your institution. I know we don't have everyone in the room, but I want to believe we have the key institutions under the Ministry of Environment represented here. I will begin with our baby today, Rema. Everyone already stood, but you can stand again. It's good to stretch. Thank you, Rema. Everyone in Rema, please stand up. They don't need another introduction. We are celebrating 20 years of having Rema with us. DG Juliet mentioned how years for Rema were tougher in the beginning, but as a mother of young boys, I also want to mention that in human years or age, the 20th anniversary is a big milestone. This is the time when you move out of your parents' home. You're not being kicked out, you're staying. But this is the time where you even prepare to face life, of course, with the wisdom acquired over the years. So we look forward to your continued work, ensuring environmental compliance and advancing even more innovations that we need in our climate action. Thank you so much. The rest, I will just mention them by name. We have the Rwanda Forestry Authority. The name is descriptive. We have the National Land Authority. We have Meteo Rwanda. The DG may not be here because he might still be in Huye. We were together in Huye yesterday. And last and not least, we have Rwanda Green Fund that help us with resource mobilization. Thank you for your work. And last and not least, we have all the staff within the Ministry of Environment that support with setting the policy vision. Please stand up so that people see who you are, and help with coordination and so much more. These are your people that partner, of course, with all of you to drive our environment agenda. So I did mention that we know what to do and you know what to avoid in our environment journey. So as a country, we have chosen both the environment and the development. And I also want to acknowledge the leadership, our President Paul Kagame, that constantly reminds us of this choice we have made. Our challenge and also our opportunity is to ensure that we advance both environment and development together. And we do so by safeguarding what has been achieved and accelerating our climate action. So as I wrap up my speech to all Rwandans, and especially you youth in the room, including the ones that just won awards, we want you to be innovators and champions of this change. To the private sector, there are so many investment opportunities in the environment sector. Climate risk is business risk. So we want you to deploy innovative financial mechanisms and unlock capital that bridges our adaptation and financing gaps. And to our development partners, we appreciate your commitment. Now, we ask for more, faster, and flexible, and truly additional climate finance that reaches the communities on the front lines. So, as many of you know, despite commitment made under the Paris Agreement, our global emissions remain on a trajectory that threatens to exceed the 1.5 degrees Celsius of warming. Rwanda contributes minimally and I would say negligently, to this global warming, but the impacts on us, on our citizens, on our economy are dire. And this is why, as a country, we don't wait to act, and we need everyone's support to advance our climate action. Our nationally determined contributions set a bold economy-wide target of a 53% reduction in greenhouse gas emissions by 2035. This is the only number I have mentioned in my speech, so I will repeat it. Our nationally determined contribution set a bold economy-wide target of a 53% reduction in greenhouse gas emissions by 2035. Delivering on this ambition will require $12 billion in investment, with $5 billion for mitigation and $7 billion for adaptation. Distinguished guests, we have the ambition. Now we must act to secure the financing. Happy World Environment Day, and happy birthday, Rema.
So thank you very much, Honourable Minister, for those inspiring remarks. And I remind you to register using the QR code on the table in the green paper in front of you. I say that is very easy to register. Just scan and then it will be done. So we are going now to another interesting part of recognition. Since we are celebrating, we recognize everyone who took part of that journey of 20 years. So I will once again invite the Honourable Minister to come forward for the funding partners recognition. So I hope the awards are ready. The first funding partner, it is our government of Rwanda through the Minecofin. So we would like to invite the representative of Minecofin here to come and take the awards. And of course, don't forget to pose for a picture while you receive the award. And our second partner, it is Rwanda Green Fund. So a round of applause for Rwanda Green Fund for their efforts in resource mobilization. We recognize your daily efforts. So in what we are achieving. Thank you very much. So we have an award for Jeff, one of our international partners. It will be taken with so we have UNDP representing Jeff to take the award. I'd like to invite the resident representative of UNDP Rwanda, Mrs. Giramata, to take the award for Jeff. And we have also 2 awards, one for the Nordic Development Fund and the other one for the Danish government. So I would like to invite the representative from the Danish government who is here. If he is not around, would like to, okay. Thank you very much. The first award is for the Nordic Development Fund. So we have another one also for the Danish government. So, and the last but not the least, this is the Green Climate Fund, GCF, and I would like to invite William Mugabo from the Ministry of Environment to take the award. And I know he's the best person to have GCF contacts. So it will be easy for him to send the award to Korea. William Mugabo is the SPI coordinator at the Ministry of Environment. And the Ministry of Environment is the accredited entity to the GCF. So thank you very much, Honourable Minister. So also recognize other partners. I would like to invite DG Juliet to present the awards to our implementers. One of the first implementers to be recognized this evening is the UNDP. I would like once again to invite Mrs. Giramata, the resident representative of UNDP. So the second recognition goes to UNEP. UNEP. They are not around, okay. So another recognition is for the World Bank. The World Bank, I've seen representatives from the World Bank. We appreciate the support. So the next recognition goes to Minalok. I've seen the governor of the Southern Province. Representing our local institutions, our citizens, iri shimwe ni ry'abaturage tubana hirya no hino mu bikorwa byo kubungabunga ibidukikije, batubwirire ko badahari ntacyo twaba tubereye hano. So the next award goes to PSF. So anyone representing PSF here? If not, we can keep it for them and deliver it to their offices. So The next award goes to Triple GI. So I've seen the country representative here. We really appreciate your support. So we really work closely with Rwanda National Police. The next award goes to our Rwanda National Police. So Afande Teddy. So they were the ones who help us once we dream about the enforcement of any project in our sector. Thank you very much, Afande. And the next award goes to Rengof. We'd like to invite the representative of Rengof. So this highlights the presence of NGOs in our daily work, in our policies, and of course, during our implementations. So we'd like to invite also the RCCDN. RCCDN. So a round of applause for RCCDN. So the appreciations also go to FAO, the representative of FAO. So, and last but not least, our partner even for today's event, Plan International. Thank you very much. So congratulations to all our partners. And thank you for your unveiling support to Rwanda's environment agenda. Thank you very much. Amashyi menshi cyane kuri abafatanyabikorwa bacu. So uko bakabaye. So the next session, which will be the last one here in the room. So as we celebrate achievement, we must also look ahead. So for the future engagements and commitments, to share perspective on future collaborations and engagement, I would like to invite once again the United Nations Acting Resident Coordinator and the UNDP Resident Representative to share the reflections and the commitment for our future. She will lead the session, which I think everyone will participate. Thank you very much.
I think we've been sitting for a while. Can I please ask you to just stand up? Kindly. Health-wise, you saw the dancers here earlier on. Even if you don't move your feet, please move your hands. Exactly. A little bit more. You're such an obedience audience. Thank you so much. Please sit down. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's important. Nyakuba our minister, Nyakuba our DG, distinguished guests, and the Rema family. Mirwe Neza. Nishimie Chane. Kubana Namwe Oyumusi. Omunsi Muiza Wibidu Chichiji. For non-Kenya-Rwandan speakers, it means Happy Environment Day. For those of you who don't understand Kenya-Rwanda, the most important part is Rema Isabukura Nziza. Thank you very much, and it's a privilege and an honor to be standing here in front of you. And I know the introduction says I am here as resident coordinator. I always lay emphasis on ad interim. The real RC will be here sometime. I'll be happily back into my UNDP RR job, so don't hesitate next time you see me around. I'm like, oh, you're no longer the RC. I am not the real RC. I am only holding the fort, but very happy to see a number of colleagues from the UN agencies that are present, because we pride ourselves in the importance of being together. A broomstick on its own can never be as strong. When you have several sticks for a broom together, you sweep better. This is why we are happy that we have WFP in the room. A clap for them. We have UNICEF in the room. We have FAO in the room. And I'm not going to be that prisoner who was called to count 10 people to leave prisons. And he counted 10. And when they were about to let them out, he wanted to add himself. That's like, no, that would be number 11. We said 10 prisoners to be released. UNDP in the house? Thank you very much, colleagues, for the one UN presence here today. When I first arrived in Rwanda, just over 2 years ago, someone told me that if I want to understand the country, I should pay attention to the first public event that I attend. And mine was an event in the afternoon at the Inare Arena, standing with Rema. And at the time, I was just a month old in the country. We were celebrating World Environment Day. The real RC, Dr. Ozonia Ijelo, decided to appoint a brand new RR who knows very little about the country to be the one to represent the UN then. Interestingly, I found myself on a panel doing my level best to speak to what the partnership between UNDP, the UN as a whole, and Rema has meant since the very first day of Rema's existence. I remember looking around that afternoon, the energy, the pride, the people gathered, and I was thinking, this is commitment in action, not a government agency putting on a show. This is a country celebrating something that they genuinely believe in. And that was my introduction to the country. That afternoon at Inare Arena was not just an introduction to Rema for me. It was my introduction to Rwanda's soul, a country that treats its environment not as a burden, but a burden to be regulated, but as a living inheritance to be fiercely protected. And I think that introduction really left that a strong imprint in my mind. Rwanda needed an enforcer for its natural heritage, and Rema was brave enough to rise to the occasion and be the institution that does that. I think that's why we are proud today to be here to celebrate them. But something remarkable happened along the way. Rema grew, it matured, and it made a profound shift from saying you cannot to saying let us do it this way. It's less of you cannot, but we are here to work together to do it in another way that is better for the environment and for all of us. So they moved from being a prosecutor to a partner, from a regulator to cornerstone of how Rwanda develops. Rema's journey has been like that of a strong guardian at the gate, who later becomes the trusted architect of the house. First, it protected Rwanda's natural heritage from harm. Then, it helped shape how development itself could be built on a stronger and a greener foundation. But ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you realize, I don't even call it a high table, the table number one. I don't know if you noticed that there are mostly women sitting there. In fact, when we started the event, until Musaza Wanji, DG, our CEO of RCI came, it was a table of all women. I reflected as I sat there and said, this is not a coincidence. And let me tell you, I'm not about to preach, but there's a theological study that shows that God created the earth and he rested. God created man and he rested. God created woman, and neither God nor man has rested. Because when women lay hands on anything, they get it done properly. You have to give it to us. That's why the shift that Rema has made about moving from being a prosecutor to a partner, that shift is not small. In fact, it is everything. It means a farmer in the hills does not fear a visit from Rema anymore. In fact, they welcome it because Rema brings solutions. I'm not here to tell them to stop, but to bring solutions together. It means also a ministry official does not avoid Rema's desk. In fact, they seek Rema's desk because Rema comes with tools for better decisions. UNDP, the entire UN system in Rwanda, has been proud to work with Rema through every stage of that journey, whether technically or financially, from the very first day of this institution's existence until today. But we were not there when Rema was knocking at people's doors and telling them to stop, just to correct the records. That is not a recent partnership for us. It is not a partnership of convenience. This is 2 decades of shared work, shared frustration, and shared breakthrough. And from that strong bond, new institutions were born. Very happy that from the collaboration, the partnership with Rema, we now have what we used to call FONERWA, the Rwanda Green Fund. It didn't just appear from nowhere. It grew from this trusted partnership that was already built. And today we know that the Rwanda Green Fund channels millions of dollars in terms of finance for climate resilience across the country. Other examples that we're working also include Biofin, which is helping Rwanda quantify and mobilize resources for biodiversity. These are not external interventions. They are Rwandan institutions, built by Rwandans, run by Rwandans, only we are walking the journey with them. The impact from the work done over the years is visible in people's lives. I can go on by naming many of them, where communities have been resettled. The minister earlier on mentioned about the ecosystem restoration in the Green Amayaga region. Earlier on, we have the Poverty and Environment Initiative that had capacities in different government institutions, and those institutions went on to establish climate and environment departments. Today we are here very proud about Minikofin and the nature and climate budget tagging tools and different frameworks that they have built. So we are not only celebrating Rema as an institution, but we are celebrating how much they've spread into influencing all other government institutions, and that is big. And we introduced new ways of growing food as well, hydroponics and the rest. But I am honest, none of these numbers, none of these examples, the kilometers of, or square kilometers of lands restored, jobs created, etc., moved me in any single way. But one example that moved me the most was a visit in Rwanda, Ghana, with one of the women beneficiaries of our biogas system. When we asked the beneficiary, what is the best thing about you having biogas and clean cooking? Her response really touched me. She did not say, I can now cook faster, but she says, the biogas has restored my integrity. I can now cook even after taking a shower. I don't have to smell of smoke. She says, I don't have to worry about the fact that I'm feeding my family, but I'm giving them a good dose of smoke and the implication on health. So it's important to understand that our interventions go well beyond the beauty that we see right here. It goes into restoring integrity and livelihoods that we cannot explain today, and goes into influencing generations to come. Those are the things that I remember. Last week was another one that we had a testimony for 20 years of Rema and the impact that they did. We celebrated the remarkable achievement of the forest landscape restoration, the Mayaga 3. And one thing that stood out for me for that celebration was a Jeff-funded project of about $7 million, and we were able to raise, out of contributions from government and other institutions, about 23 million, 3 times more what Jeff actually provided, meaning there is absolute commitment on government here to really scale environmental-related work. And the beauty is, as we were closing the Green Amayaga 1 project, we were actually launching the Green Amayaga 2 project, wherein fruit trees that were planted, say mango trees that are already bearing fruit, Green Amayaga 2 project is going to be processing those mango into food that will be lasting longer and that will create jobs. So we are subsequently building on what we already have. 20 years of foundations now open the door to a new frontier. The world is moving fast. Carbon markets, biodiversity credits, nature-based solutions, Article 6 of Paris Agreement, the rest. The architecture of finance is being rebuilt globally, and Rwanda, with Rema's credibility, with its track record and its institution, is positioned not to follow, but to lead. And to enable us show that we are going to lead, you and I are going to do a little exercise because we need to get involved. DG Murumuna Wanji Juliet and the entire Rema family, on behalf of UNDP, I want you to hear this clearly today. And on behalf of the entire UN system in Rwanda, we have been your ally and we will continue to be. Not a donor, not a project partner on a time frame, but an ally now and for the next 20 years and beyond. From that afternoon at Inari Arena to the woman in Roma, Ghana with tears as she told us about how dignity has been restored and much more, we have been on this journey together and we are not going anywhere. I wish I could know how to say that in Kenya, Rwanda. We are here to say, congratulations again on 20 extraordinary years. Here is to the next 20 and to the Rwanda we are building together. Green, healthy, dignified, and prosperous for all our people. My colleagues have something I should be giving to Rema. Can I please have it? Meanwhile, you all have markers on your tables, and you have post-it document. Kindly pick a post-it. Please do not write your name. Write the name of your institution. We may not remember the institution you're following. Yes. Just keep writing your name. Rema, we want to recognize you. You should be clapping. I wasn't sure how you come to somebody's birthday and you expect them to give you a gift and you don't give them a gift. Next time, remember to bring a gift. So, ladies and gentlemen, on the small post-it sign that you have, we are going to go on a rotational basis on 4 trees that you see. There's a tree here, and I think that tree is means of implementation. There is a tree on loss and damage somewhere. I can't quite say there. Loss and damage. There's a tree on mitigation. And there's a tree on adaptation. These are the 4 pillars of our NDC 3.0. What we want you to do as an institution is to go to those trees, but we have to do it in a very coordinated manner because we want you to go make, it's called the commitment tree. You're going to put a sticker on what your institution is currently doing or likely to do with Rema in the next 20 years. We're not asking for money. It's a country that believes in ideas, in strategies, in technologies that we can transfer from one country to the other. It's not a resource call. I want to have many leaves on those trees. The more leaves, of course, the better. So the way we are going to do it, the tables on this is my right, it might be your left. These tables here, we start on 1 tree. You'll find a colleague from UNDP just trying to guide you, write the name of your institution, and post it on the branch of the tree, because even a tree has branches. You are going to be giving leaves to those branches. What we will do with this at the end, Rema will have clearly mapped out partners looking forward to working with them for the next 20 years. I'll give about 5 minutes at each tree. I was hoping I have a whistle to blow, but I will sing. I just hope nobody's going to fall asleep. I will sing, which means it's time for you to rotate. We're going to go, I don't know if that's clockwise, but just follow my hand. From means of implementation, after 5 minutes, I'll ask you to move to mitigation. Groups who are in mitigation will move to adaptation. Adaptation people will move to loss and damages, and we will all move this way until you've been to all trees. Is it clear? Is it clear? Let's try not to overcrowd one tree so you're able to just paste your institution. If you think your institution is not relevant in a place, kindly just wait for 5 minutes. When you move to the next, you'll be able to put your sticker, just so we can do this orderly and fun. If I had music, I would be saying you'll be dancing as you're going there because we love dancing. I think that would be even a much fun way in terms of how we celebrate. So can I kindly ask you to stand up? So this row is divided into two. These first 5 tables, you will move to means of implementation. Write your institutions on many stickers as possible. As you shop, it's easier, so you don't begin to look for a marker. You can write on 10 or 5 of the stickers. The colors don't matter at all. So you don't have to come back to your table and scrambling. The table after the gap, you will come to mitigation. The first set of 4 tables or 5 at the back, you'll be at adaptation. These 5 tables, you'll be on loss and damage. So it's not a competition. Don't try to rush it. Have fun. Hopefully the DJs have some music for us to play. And the whole idea is we are going to demonstrate our commitment for the next 20 years of what we are currently doing or what we look forward to do with Rema. Are the instructions clear? My colleagues will help. Okay, the first 5 minutes is set. Let's go. People are not moving. Are you not committing your institution? You're not sure? Just move to a tree. You'll find someone who can help you. But I want to see celebration. I'm losing something. I'm not seeing the fun. Music, like a dancing music. Like a fun. Let's celebrate Rema. Fun. I see tables on my far right. People are not moving at all. On adaptation, can I see you make some moves together? All those who are on adaptation, do a wave, do a clap, celebrate Rema. Who are, that's it. Now you have a music. You see? I am not seeing celebration. All mitigation people, can you look at me? Mitigation, celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Everybody stop. Can you stop, please? Mitigation, you're not listening. Adaptation, loss and damage. Can I please ask you to rotate? Please rotate. Go to the next spot. Music, DJ music. Move. I have tried with the music, but I think Rwanda has a different way of celebrating. Cocktail at the end. Move, last move, last move. Rotation. The gate has been closed. No one is allowed to leave. How do I say that in Kinyarwanda? Please, please, please.
Reka tubasabe twongere tugaruke mu cyicaro cyacu ariko ntihagire umuntu rwose ugenda turacyaselebratinga. Hari byinshi twateguye mu kanya, hari cocktail. Nimugiraho mujya rwose mu kanya turaba turi kumwe muri cocktail.
DJ, play music. Everybody standing, you either dance or you sit down. DJ music. If you're standing, please dance.
Giramata, thank you very much for the exercise. As you see, the tree with more branches and more leaves, that means there is more and much commitment. Thank you very much. So as we close this session, join us in the cocktail and networking outside. I think the ushers are ready to serve you. Don't leave, please. We have bottles and glasses to share. Mwakoze cyane, mwakoze kwitabira ubutumire bwacu, ariko tugiye no gusangira ibyo twateguye. nongere kandi mbifurize umunsi mwiza mpuzamahanga w'ibidukikije. Happy World Environment Day and enjoy your cocktail. Thank you very much. So the cocktail